Hello, how you doing today? My name is ATB, owner and inventor of the ATB tester body, also known as the ATB. This is a pressure tester which makes things more simpler for you. You don't have to do no soldering, you don't have to do no back-breaking maneuvers to test your water pressure, and it also gives you more readily accessible capabilities, and is more compatible to anything. It tests air, water, and gas, anything of substance. This is the wonderful tool that we call the ATB, or we also call the ATB tester body. Today we'll be performing a feature which is called the Ezekiel feature. This Ezekiel feature is basically done from the sink area, a faucet area. Now on a regular faucet area, you have a regular area fitting. This is basically your water strainer, so that way that you don't get no harsh water from the water company. We will remove this, which we already have removed today. We're screwing a quick disconnect hose fitting, which will be able to have quick ready accessibility for our tool. You will need an adjustable wrench to perform this task. This adjustable wrench will basically unscrew these plugs and tighten them up. This way, just in case if you get leaks, you can either back out or you can back onto it to tighten it, so that way you don't have no leaks. So basically, in order for this maneuver to work, you will have to have a 1/2 inch to 3/4 male fitting. You will have to have a 3/4 to quick disconnect hose disconnect and a hose disconnect fitting, area fitting. To make this task work more proficient, we're going to screw the first fit in, which is called the quick water hose area fitting. You tighten it up. Make sure when you tighten this up that you don't strip your threads. So if you can't catch the threads, back off of it to the left. Then once you catch the grooves, then you can start tightening to the right. So remember, lefty tighten, lefty loosen, righty tighten. Then you will unscrew one of the ends of the plugs on the area fittings. We're going to use this one. So it will actually look like this. Instead of having 3 plugs screwed in, you're going to have 1 missing. So instead of 4, you're going to have 3 plugs. We've removed the plug. We're screwing the 1/2 to 3/4 male, female fitting, that is. We'll screw that in. Just basically snug it, because you don't want to strip your threads on the ATB. Because you don't want to, if they rubber threads, so you don't want to damage them. So you tighten them snug, and that's why you have the Teflon tape in there. Teflon tape is already on everywhere. It's on the gauge, and it's on your fittings, your plugs. This way you don't have no leaks. Now you screw in your 1/2 inch to 3/4 quick disconnect fitting. And the reason why it's called a quick disconnect fitting, because they have bearings in here. And once you push back on this white part, it snaps back. And that's what will hold it on to the faucet. Now it's ready. You push down on the quick release part, and you push up. And it snaps right onto your regular sink. Now you turn it on. You turn it on slowly, just to make sure if there are leaks, that they won't come on to you. So now we have a leak. We're experiencing a leak here, so we hold the top part and we tighten. Just tighten whichever part is leaking. You just use your hand and you tighten. Turn the water back on. So now we know that we're getting a leak from the area fitting. So we tighten that one up. So basically when you're getting a leak, you know that the area fitting grooves are not tight. Something's wrong with your threads. So like I said, you back out. Because this is very important because you don't want to strip your threads. Your threads are very vital to your tool. Okay, there we go. Push down, snap on. Turn the water on, in this part, we're experiencing no leaks. That's how simple the tool is. So basically, if you receive a leak, don't become disturbed. Just look at it and find out where it's leaking from. So basically, this finishes up our demonstration. So right now, the Ezekiel function is being demonstrated and is complete. Right now, we look at our pressure. This house pressure is 75 psi, pounds per square inch. And that's pretty good. It's basically going to reduce if you turn on the shower or whatever. The shower or your regular other features in the house. But this helps you out because you can do the test from the actual faucet area. So right now I'm about to remove it. So basically all you're doing is reversing the same process. You will unscrew the gauge to reduce the pressure of the water. Just reduce it, just a little bit, just to take the pressure out, because you got to remember you got 70 pounds of pressure in there. So you want to create a leak, so that way the water can drain out. So you will turn the water off, and you give it a little bit of time for the pressure to lower. And you will unscrew the gauge a little bit, just to give yourself a spot for the water to come out. So that way you don't hear the sound. See the water dripping out? And you let the water just run on out. That way you don't create a mess and have water all over yourself. Then you push down on your release, you snap it out, you screw your gauge back in just for a little bit. It don't have to be real tight. Turn your ATB upside down, drain all the water out so you don't make no mess. You take the quick disconnect area fitting off. And now you're going to replace that back with the normal area fitting that comes on a regular household faucet. Wash that back out just to make sure when you sat it down that there was nothing in it. And you wash the threads. Screw it back in, and the house is back to normal. Just take a regular dish rag, wipe the sink off, and just clean up your area and you're done. Thank you, from Buying Me Tools, and we hope to see you with one of these tools. Thank you.